I worked for a diamond corporation that sold blood diamonds. It's a fact.
Hello, everyone.
Argos, yeah. I work for Argos. I work for
Elizabeth
Grattan's.
Duke.
What this is...
We're up to Elizabeth Duke.
Larry.
Question of the day.
Yeah, do you remember... Who remembers Day of the Triffids?
Is that your sausage trumpet? That you need to market that. That needs to be a digital. Oh,
So I'm putting it towards your mouth. What the hell's
yeah. I was
going
gonna
on?
say.
That was...
Actually, you need to put a Digitiser logo on this and sell it because I want one.
Whoop.
They're like children.
So what this is well, it's if you're one of our Digitiser patrons, you get to ask questions, and sometimes you get exclusive videos, and we get to do this. That didn't come out as well as I thought.
You need to be a little bit more dramatic about it.
Yeah, you should have.
What's that? You've been all floppy. Don't flop your cash around.
Give it here. Give it here. You're meant to be like up in the air.
Yeah.
That's it,
Yeah,
buddy.
thanks. You've made this happen. It's not. It's
Great.
Fake money, of course.
That joke was really worth the clean-up, wasn't it?
No, I wish I hadn't done that.
There's a video on YouTube I saw where somebody says that you control lap dancers by soaking money in deep heat and putting it in.
Why would you do that? It's not, that's not trolling them. That's not assaulting them.
Yeah, that is assaulting
I wouldn't class
you
that
would
as
get
trolling.
arrested.
Oh, you can prank lap dancers, or you do a social experiment with lap dancers by burning their skin. Anyway, it's a Patreon Q&A. You know what they are. And I asked our backers for questions for everyone who is here. And the first question is from Chinny Hill, and he asked, how does Dizzy do a poo? Because that seems to be
The egg.
There's an egg.
The egg.
Just squats.
Now, this is the thing that bothers me about Dizzy. Is he inside the egg, or is the egg him?
He is the egg. Well, he's
Well,
got a face.
As in,
but,
as he
like,
pushed
if
out through the shell with the arms
Yeah,
and
what's
legs.
going on?
Do you mean if he was killed, a chicken would come out?
Well, this is what I'm wondering, because he's got the
But
arms
what's
and legs.
Humpty
and if
Dumpty?
you... Well, he's not an
There
egg.
is nothing inside him.
What do you mean Humpty Dumpty?
Yeah, he's dead
He's not
inside.
an egg. It doesn't mention that he's an egg in the nursery
Why
rhyme.
is he always
No,
depicted
in-
as an egg?
Because it's easier to say that an egg got broken into pieces rather than a human being.
Do you want to know what Humpty Dumpty is?
Listen to her. She's got a
Fact.
gun.
Do you know? Go
Yes,
on,
massive cannon during a war that was
Oh, I heard
destroyed
this, yeah.
and they
I've
couldn't put
heard
back
this.
together again.
Yeah.
So
Why
there
is he
you go.
depicted as an egg?
Google
I'm looking it
searches of
up.
your
Humpty
life.
Dumpty. Kids songs. Humpty Dumpty is a character in English nursery rhyme. He is typically depicted as an egg, though he is not explicitly described as such.
No.
In the Spectrum games, when he dies, he kind of just shrinks into a thing and disappears, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He doesn't.
Who?
Dizzy egg.
Dizzy.
No, he rolls over and.
That's how he jumps.
But he does. Yeah, he rolls over when he jumps. But when he
he
dies,
does,
he
he
doesn't
just-
break, does he?
No,
Well,
he's
that's
just.
maybe that's why he wears boxing gloves so he can't hurt himself. So he's like.
So you think that
Special
he
needs,
actually is the shell? You think the shell is like an external skeleton?
But he's got.
I don't know. I've
Exoskeleton.
never thought about it.
Hmm.
I mean, if he,
Oliver
if he,
Twins created him because they just said he was easy to draw.
Yeah.
okay,
Which
well
is
that's
fair enough.
then we don't need to think about it too much, do
No.
we?
I think
Right.
we covered that question.
I
Yeah,
wasn't
I think we
happy-
have. Ginny, I hope
Buddies
that
with
answered
Jim
your
Bagley, aren't
question. Will Fat Sal
Kind
be
of.
insulting Paul Gannon in Series 2? He'll be insulting Paul Gannon. It's not a he, it's a she.
Yeah.
Will be insulting Paul Gannon before Series 2. Fat Sal. That was from Paul Watson. Thank you, Paul, for your question. There's two parts to this question, and I'm
Oh.
only going to ask the first part because the second part's about Ghostbusters, and we'll never shut him up.
It depends on what the question is, and I'll
Are
keep...
you excited about the new Ghostbusters film? Just go and check out his Twitter.
Do you
The
Yeah.
answer
goes on
is
about it.
yes and no.
Right, that's
There you
it,
go.
and-
that is
and-
That's
literally
it.
all you need to
Yeah.
know. So, everyone else, what's been your biggest ever gaming disappointment? This is from Mark M. Octavius, biggest ever gaming disappointment?
I think I've already talked about this on an episode.
Sure we have.
I think we
Yeah.
have.
Go and watch Digitiser the show for pity's sake.
Honestly, some people... Rude.
Tyrone Man, don't know, might be a man. If the presenters of Digi were made into puppets, whose hands would they want up their fairy bottoms? Are we answering that?
All that
So
water-
wait, all right,
Furry.
I would like Frank Oz then.
Furry.
Frank
You're
Oz.
like Frank. Oh,
If I'm going to have a puppeteer up my arse, I want a good one.
Have you got a hairy bottom? How hairy is your bottom?
Quite hairy.
You've got
I'm
lot
quite a
going
hairy
on
man.
here. Look.
No, I'm a hairy man. Hairier than you expect.
I know that woman who done Larry the Lamb.
Oh, Shari Lewis. Is that her name?
Charisse
no,
Theron.
that's I'm thinking of Lamb Chop.
That's it, Lamb Chop I'm thinking of, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
There aren't many famous puppeteers, are there?
Yeah, there's Frank Oz.
Hey, here's the thing. When I worked on the Sooty show, I went to the house of the puppeteer for Sue.
Okay.
And he was...
I thought it was...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, a woman did the voice, but it was a man that was the puppeteer for Sue, and the guy was about 7 foot tall and built like a brick shit house, and he looked like Frankenstein. Hope that's answered your question, Tyrone.
Do you speak like Sweep when it's time for l'amour?
Do I, dear?
Look at you.
I just speak like Sooty. Silence. Sorry, I'm not talking about that.
I am. I want to know all about what you get up to with your sooty props. Izzy Wizzy, let's get busy. I bet that's what you say.
I do have a sweep. I stole it.
Did you?
Genuinely, sweep puppets.
Do you really want to
come
confess?
down to about there?
Oh.
They're long.
Have you got Butch? Nobody talks about Butch.
No, Butch was my second favourite after Sue.
Does Butch talk?
Yeah, Butch talks like this. He's like a geezer.
Ray Winston.
Yeah, Ray Winston, basically.
Oh.
Right, here's a good question for all of us.
All right.
Re-Enthused asks, which industry figures would you most like to have on as guests in a future series of Digitiser?
In the gaming industry?
Yeah.
I don't know anyone in gaming. Oliver Twins, why not?
Yeah.
I like Dizzy.
Yeah.
Disney were a big part of my
I
childhood.
like Matthew Smith.
Who's it? What did
Pre
he do?
or...
What do you mean? What did he
I
do?
don't know.
Jet Set Willy.
All right, good, but you have to remember, I'm still, when it comes to knowledge, on the bottom rung of all of
Yeah,
this.
all right, you say
Unless
that.
it's Zelda, I don't know anything
Or
else.
Shigeru Miyamoto then?
Yeah, I know him.
Anything?
Well,
No.
I've unfortunately forgotten her name, but the lady who voices GLaDOS, she's also an opera singer.
Oh.
She's pretty awesome.
She was in Pacific Rim as well.
Yeah, fleetingly.
Yeah.
And just the voice. That was a bit
Yeah.
of a crap cameo. But yeah.
Anyone for Dave Perry?
No.
I'd have Dave Perry on.
We can't have him on because then I'd probably... He wouldn't want to talk to me unless I had my tits out.
Yeah, he'd bring a trampoline with him. You know he would.
Yeah, he probably would.
Yeah.
He was asking if somebody can dress up as Lara Croft for him.
Yeah, I know.
well, that was in the latest
did.
video,
Yeah,
wasn't
it was
Yeah.
cringingly sexist.
David Walford asks a pile of questions. There's 4 here.
Oh.
Okay, this is one for me. After overspending on found footage and Digitiser for that matter, you considered employing a line manager to watch those future crowdfunding pennies. Still considering one for season 2, or is that money better spent on an animatronic elephant? No, I'm not getting a line manager. Sod it. This is meant to be fun. I don't want it to feel like work. If I end up overspending, that's fine. It's my hobby.
I wouldn't mind a makeup artist for next series because we'll look really pink.
Well, yeah.
It was the sunniest summer ever, and I just caught the sun.
Yeah, it's a first-degree burns, yeah.
Well, Sanya did some makeup on some people, didn't you?
Yeah, I think you did a little bit on Sarah and Jenny at one point. I'm pretty sure I remember you at least on one occasion. I think
Yeah,
you did
it was
that.
just the powder.
Powder.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's better
Okay.
more than
you
we
want
got.
a makeup artist?
No, I just don't want to look like bloody Savloy green.
All right.
I don't want to look like Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, no, I don't want. I'd rather just spend the money not on the line manager, which is going to eat into a load. I'd just rather spend it on doing some big stunty type
Destruction
thing.
Yeah.
Derby for
I mean,
real.
part of the reason for doing this, us all getting together, is to see if there's ways that we can kind of reduce the budget so that we can spend the budget better on bigger things. Yeah, so this is a
And I
sort of
just
trial
thought,
run.
let's just sit in front of a table and keep all the money for ourselves.
It's not that. I want to do Destruction Derby for real, basically, and that costs money.
Yeah.
So, you know, if we can do it. Question 2 from David Walford. Will the live show be broadcast as it happens, like a Sweary Tis was? No, we're not going to broadcast it as it happens. Or recorded for editing per the main series? Don't know. Basically, that's going to cost money, and I don't know if it's worth it. I think I'd rather have the freedom of us just sticking around.
I think if we're in the editing for live show, we needed to sort of cut out the silent bits and setting up things. So that's the sort of trimming.
Yeah, I don't want to. Basically, I don't think I want the pressure of it being filmed. I'd rather it's just a live thing.
Well, somebody's going to film it regardless.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, whether we have a simple camera, but it means there's a hell of a lot of a nightmare of setting up for sound and all sorts of stuff if we film it. You need multiple cameras.
Just do what we do for cheap show.
Yeah,
Just put one on the back.
maybe that. I don't want to spend loads of money on it. It's going to be expensive anyway. People think I made of money. For pity's sake. Can any of your popular YouTube friends defray live show expenses by allowing you to tag along to one of their own events, such as TatFest 2019, or are they equally skint after appearing for free? What does that mean?
I've never even heard of Tapfest.
It's what Stuart's doing to help raise money for his second movie.
Oh, he's doing a TatFest thing. I didn't know
I
this.
believe it's part of the thing. So it'd be like a kind of antique roadshow, but for Tat, with some live events around it.
I think I'm the only person returning from his first movie.
No, well, yeah, okay, you are. I know, he's asked all us.
No, I haven't
Yeah,
been
but
asked.
you're not.
You have been asked.
No, I haven't.
You're on the bloody page.
Am I?
Yes.
I don't know what's going on.
You're on the page for the film.
Look, it's nice as it'll be to be in Stewart's film. If he doesn't want me to be in it, it's also all fine. Eli's good. Put Eli in. He's an
also
actor.
in it.
Yeah, that's fine. I knew Eli was in it.
I'm not an actor.
Are you in it?
Apparently.
Well, I don't want to be in it if you're in it.
Right, okay. Do you fear Rich Uncle Internet will impose his own creative constraints once Daddy Television is dead? Don't totally know what that means.
Right.
Well, no. What the problem is?
Digi.
What it's saying is, when TV dies, the kind of live TV scheduled
Right, so
TV,
the internet becomes like TV where
Yeah.
they tell you what you can and can't do.
and the answer is yes, it will happen because it's already happening.
Well, it will, but I think there'll always be a degree of it feeling like the Wild West. I think there's always going to be underground content now.
Yeah,
you
the
can't,
dark web.
you're never putting this back in the box.
No.
So that's your answer, David. Graham from Jaws 19 asks, "Stop talking. I'm reading out a person's question. Go on, shoot him, kill him."
You
I
can,
will.
You can cock that, by the way.
I am cocking it. It's cocked.
It's not cocked.
Oh, it's not cocked.
There you go.
Shut up.
Don't want to go off half cocked.
Yeah,
dead.
kill Garen.
Yay.
Way.
Yay!
So,
now there were
Graham
3.
from Jaws 19.
Solely with.
That we can now do. We can defile his corpse.
You can do it later.
I would like to know if Digitiser has brought lovely. This is for you lot, not me.
All right.
This is for the three of you. I would like to know if Digitiser has brought lovely new followers to your individual content. Larry wouldn't know, it'd be a drop in an ocean. And if your followers have now jumped on the Biffo train, probably not.
No, I think so.
following your appearance on Digi. So,
I know people have found out Digi from Cheap Show, so Cheap Show listeners have
that's
found
now-
that.
Yeah.
a lot of cheap show people have come
Yeah.
to Digi.
And they have come.
Well, yeah, because they're all bloody filthy, warped.
Yeah, I
perverts.
don't know why
Field of
that
dreams,
is.
eh?
Yeah, they're all perverts.
If you
They're
rockety
not.
bucket, they
Not
will
all
come.
perverts. Some are just very perverted. It's nice that. Mind you, a school. What?
Well, you did go to a private school.
Not that private.
Privates.
Private. I went to a private school.
The school of hard knockers.
Oh yeah.
School.
Anyway,
Cox.
right.
That was a good comeback there.
That's what they said at school. What was that? So, yeah, Octavius, have you had any new followers from Digitiser, do you think?
I think so,
'Cause
yeah.
otherwise, what's the point in doing it? What's the point?
I think I got about 500 more followers when the Kickstart was first announced.
Okay.
And then I got maybe 500 more when the show was out,
Okay,
maybe.
so
I wasn't really
1,000.
paying attention. I don't like to look at my subscriber counts. It makes me anxious.
I do. I have no shame.
Yeah, I like looking. Thomas Fitch asks
Felch.
2 questions.
Thomas Felt.
Thomas Felch. Right? I don't care. I don't.
No.
You don't, do you?
No.
To all, we've done this. Earliest gaming memory, we did it on the bloody show. Have you people not looked
No.
at Digitiser the show, the thing that you've helped pay for?
Remember, I was in a caravan with a strange man playing Pac-Man.
I got cut out.
Did it?
Didn't get cut out. I left it in.
No, there you go.
No, it left it in.
Oh, okay. I was skipping myself.
Really.
Just to make sure you in.
Did anyone bother watching Digitiser the show?
No.
Second one. If you had, this is quite a good question. I like this. If you had to inhabit any game world, which one would it be?
Well, I'm going to go for the obvious one and do Hyrule. Because on the off, most of the time, it's quite a peaceful, chill place.
Is it, though?
Once in a while, once in a generation, it kicks off. You just don't need to be around for
Oh,
that.
Hyrule.
Yeah.
What's Hyrule? I was
It's-
about to say, what on earth is that?
He's the rapper.
Hyrule.
Hyrule.
How do you
Hi.
pronounce
You
it?
say it
Hyrule.
quick,
I'm
don't
sorry,
you?
did I not say
Hyrule.
console right either while we're at
Oh,
it?
fuck
Thank
off.
you very much.
Controversial.
There we go. I'm just saying, we
do you-
all have our
You know,
inflections.
I get emails about that
Yeah,
telling me
good.
how to pronounce
You
it.
don't know nothing.
Fuck off.
You
And
don't
now I'm
know
going to get
nothing.
people
You
saying,
should go-
Hyrule?
Yeah.
He's not a rapper.
Hyrule.
Right,
How do you-
email Paul Gann and tell her how to pronounce Hyrule.
How do you pronounce the lake in the?
Lake Hyrule.
Hylia.
It's Lake Hillier.
Is it?
apparently,
It's
yeah.
So
Hylia.
is it Hyrule?
No.
then? How do you pronounce it then?
Hyrule. Not
Well, that's what I thought it
Hyrule.
is. Oh, I see.
He said it
You
is two
said it.
separate words.
Oh, you hyphenated it. You
Yeah.
did. You fucking idiot.
Yeah, you utter moron.
Hyrule, Papa Girl Charm, with a brand new push on and a dancehall style. Hyrule, Major Danger don't play.
Larry.
Hello.
No one knows what
Larry
that's about.
It's Larry
Very
Potter,
nice.
everyone.
It's Larry,
Harry
Potter.
Potter.
Erectus flaccidus.
Sausages trumpus.
Yeah.
Larry?
Excelsior.
Game World?
I don't know. Grand Theft Auto.
Okay.
It's exactly the same as this one, but more
Octavius.
vagina jokes.
Vagina. Oh, you know what?
See, the problem this is quite a depressing question for me because this is how my depression started. Was because I couldn't be in the world of Final Fantasy, and I was in.
Oh, that's an interesting
Yeah.
trigger.
Have you never read the scene about the Final Fantasy house? About these
Oh, yeah.
these like a group, two blokes and a woman, and they actually believe they were characters from Final Fantasy. And they
Yeah, I remember thinking that when I was like 11, because
They
it
were
made me
adults.
feel a bit less depressed.
There's a really good
But,
video on YouTube all about that, isn't it? Is it Down the Rabbit Hole? The guy
Yeah.
who did a
Fred
voice-
Knudsen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very good video.
Yeah, he's a great bloke. Yeah. Didn't you want to be in Stardew Valley or something?
Why would I want to be in Stardew
You said you want
Valley?
to marry a bloke in it.
No.
Oh, okay.
What bloke?
No.
What
Shane.
are you talking about?
Shane,
You mean when I did that vlog about how I played it, and then
You wanted
there
to mar-
was
you wanted
I
to
want-
marry him,
ma-
didn't you?
No, it's because he was depressed and an alcoholic, and I could like
you
relate
wanted
to
to marry
that.
him?
No, why would I want to be in Stardew? Stardew Valley is a game about working
Yes.
and
do
planting
that.
turnips. Bollocks to that. I want to
Why
stab
does
people.
Digitiser always like rest on the edge of a Christmas special episode of EastEnders, where it's like it could go any further? It's 20 minutes, like there's been a murder. Where would you like to go?
I don't know. Video games are all dangerous, aren't they?
No.
The Sims. No, he says I can't do that because he said you can't be based
can't
in
be-
reality on Earth.
The Sims
I
isn't.
can't
Okay,
Grand
all right.
Theft Auto then, can
Bloody
I?
Star Wars or something.
No.
That's not a game though. It's a live.
Yeah, there's lots of Star Wars games.
There is.
Look, it's my lightsaber.
How-
Meat saver.
I'll put this down.
You do give it.
No, I don't want to.
Actually, no. Hold on to it because the more you play with that, the less you bang on the table like a
Okay, good. This is
big-handed
why I
oaf.
got it. Okay, Charlie Mason. If you could combine, there's a lot of nerdy questions. No
Well, it
offense,
would
Charlie.
be your audience, mate.
Yeah. Wish my audience was cool.
All of a sudden, the page says,
No, I'm joking. It's my ironic sense of
Please.
humour. Anyway, if you could combine any two gaming universes into one mega game / gaming universe, which would it be and why? For him, it'd be Mario and Portal, which is interesting. Someone ought to do that. Bet someone has.
They
So,
have.
if
They
we
have.
could-
There you go.
mash two. Oh,
Two games together.
Tetris and Pong. That was just two things that came to my mind.
All right, random. Tetris and
Pong.
Pong.
Pure.
Hatris.
The gaming universe. Oh, Sonic the Hedgehog and Grand Theft Auto. But that would go together quite well.
Yeah, well, that's basically Sonic Adventure, running around
That's a
a
good
city.
point, yeah.
Yeah. So, should we move on from that one? Yeah. Oh, no, this is good. What are your favourite memories from filming Digitiser that didn't make it into the final cut or happened off camera?
Remember that hand job you gave me?
Yeah. Do I ever?
That's what I got instead of being paid.
Yeah.
Nah, still owe me 4 more hand jobs. Anyway, go on. I can't remember anything really now. Everything that I remember just ended up on screen.
You've got a terrible memory though, haven't you?
I do.
It's Alzheimer's coming in.
Yeah.
That's true. About
Yeah,
that since I was 10.
most stuff ended up on screen. There is the original take of
Oh, the first day
first
shoot.
day shoot that we ditched, where I don't think this has gone out, where I pull a muscle in my neck while I'm doing something. Yeah, while I'm talking.
I thought you were too busy moaning about us talking over each other.
Oh no,
That's
I
what I
wasn't. I
remember that
wasn't.
first day.
Okay, yeah, probably did shout at you a bit.
I cried.
Yeah, I got called a bully the other day
Who
on
that?
YouTube. Or someone said, "Oh, I like this Mr. Biffo much more than the one in Digitiser where he came across as a bully." It's like that was the point.
Yeah, that was the point. And also, he's not a bully, it's a character. And if it was, do you think I'd be here right now? Do you? Do you? I'll bully you. Bully you, my
He's the
fists.
real bully.
I am. I'm actually a real nasty piece of work.
It's just a
I'm
bit
wearing
of
a
fun.
t-shirt with bully on.
Yeah. Hey!
Hey,
You can't beat a bit of it.
can't beat a bit of bully. Is anyone else want to answer that?
I don't
Or
know.
attempt to? Look, no one's got any happy
Oh, no.
memories. About
Just-
you, Sanya. Favourite memories from Digi? Getting a carrier bag for Larry to be sick in, or
Oh, was that you? I thought that was Izzy.
no, Sanya.
Oh,
No, what?
I just can't remember that because my head was full
Stop
of...
smelling it!
Yeah, who was that shouting?
was
Oh,
her.
okay.
Stop spelling it.
It's good advice.
Okay, this is great. No one has any happy memories of Digi.
I
Fine.
do. I just said, but most of them end up on screen.
Yeah, they do.
That's the weird thing. It's
Yeah,
very
it's
rare.
just the laughing during Crane Grabber for me, even though that's up on screen, but just how hard I laughed at that and how my brain just was struggling to process what was happening while it was unfolding. Just the chaos.
Yeah.
Or yours on your knees screaming, I don't know what to do anymore.
Yeah, mopping up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a larger existential question, though, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think it was.
Yeah.
I get
Still
that.
haven't answered it.
Well, that was my favourite memory anyway. So, yeah, it all ended up, all the good stuff ended up on camera. This is always a tricky one. What question do you wish people would ask you in this sort of situation? And what's the answer to that question?
Larry, your popularity is like a runaway train. Why are you so successful?
I don't know. Would you like some money?
When you get a question like that, it's like, well, there are lots of things I'd like to be asked.
Would you? Would you like to be asked? Just name one.
Just to do things, weirdly. Like, I want
What the hell?
No, I get very kind of jealous of missing out on things. So when I see people meeting up to do a project, I go, "Wow, wasn't I invited?"
Yeah.
But
I know
that's less
I know-
of a
I know that
Ashton's movie
I
too.
know that feeling.
what?
Yeah, you're probably doing your cheat show without
You
me.
weren't available.
Yeah, I
you had to go do a family thing. So that's your fault.
So I
She
didn't
didn't
ask
even
either.
win, did she?
What a waste of time. I hope she never sees us. Good.
Octavius, what do you want people to ask you?
I don't know.
I know it's a hard
That
question,
is a
though, isn't
difficult
it?
Really hard
question.
I
question.
need context. Like if it was
Yeah.
like Ghostbusters, what does no one ever ask you about Ghostbusters? I would, whatever. But
I don't know, because the trouble with it is that it implies a certain degree of, I don't know, it sounds
Arrogance.
arrogance,
Yeah.
doesn't it? It's
I
like, why don't they
don't
ever
like
ask me
talking
about
about
my
myself.
art?
Yeah.
or my charity
You know,
work.
yeah,
that
my
I
charity
do.
work.
Yeah,
It's like, why is it-
charity.
Luckily, I don't do any, so we're all right.
Yeah. What lie do you tell the most often?
That I'm happy.
Yeah.
Oh no. Yeah, God, these
We
are
have been going for 30 minutes.
Bloody hell! Right, let's rush through these. I'll have to edit it down.
Aw.
Is it going again?
Yeah,
Oh,
Right.
Put it in, fuck it. But good-
What lie do you tell the most often?
You're
I
getting
love
paid
you.
for Digitiser.
Well, you tell that lie. I tell that lie most often. I never told you like anyone was getting paid apart from the crew. Yeah.
And yet we're the on-screen talent.
Yeah, I know. At
Important.
least none of you lot actually lost money.
I lost money.
Did you?
Fiver. Couldn't find it after we cleaned up. Ho, 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 ho.
Did you actually?
I don't know if we laughed
That's,
at
it,
movement.
that's his jolly fat man
That's
laugh.
my jolly fat man laugh.
Yeah. What lie?
Green
What
giant.
lie do I tell the most?
Everything's going to be okay.
Probably. I mean, I do probably. Yeah. I'm all right. Yeah, I know. I'm fine.
I think these
Yeah.
these
Yeah,
questions
We'll
are
of
do
fine.
that. It's just
no,
because
Yeah.
you don't want
I'm
to.
not stressed.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, okay, yeah, but I don't feel stressed on the outside. It's just my body being eaten away on the inside. It's so, you know.
like Ebola.
Yeah.
Ebola again.
Next question.
It just happened
Next
to
question.
you
I had a good
yesterday.
joke then, but I'm not going to tell it because actually, now that I think about it, it's quite offensive.
It's never stopped you before.
Oh, Scott S., what's the worst or most difficult puzzle you've ever encountered in the game? Don't know.
Oh, I'll tell you what it is, but everyone knows it because it's quite a famous one. It's the vending machine puzzle in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy,
Oh, God.
which is
Oh, okay.
obtusely
That's famous, isn't it?
difficult.
I thought you were going to say the water temple in Zelda.
Do you know what's weird about that? The number of people,
Oh!
the number of people
I've just
complained
thought-
about that temple, and yet when the first time I ever played it, I breezed through that
Yeah,
temple.
me too.
And it was like, I was like, oh,
Was it on the 3DS? Because they
teeny.
changed it though. The 3DS one.
no, I played it on the
N64.
N64.
Yeah,
The-
back in the.
from-
It's a
old days.
bugger of a level, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I managed to do it in one run.
It's one of those dickhead levels where the thing that you have to do is very hidden away.
Yeah,
Oh, you
I
have to
hate
keep
all that.
I do,
switching
I
on
hate
it when
inventory and
You've been going, and it's like, oh, good on making
Yeah.
progress, and you get hit with a game or a level in a game that just you cannot do. It was the big elephanty thing in Breath of the Wild. Jesus,
Oh, I've not played that yet.
That's a bit.
days.
what the
Yeah.
giant toll.
Yeah, where you have to
thing.
rotate bits of it inside.
Yeah, it's a bit of a
Oh,
nightmare.
God, it was
I
horrific.
ended up having to, because it's the one where it's on top of the elephant. So I thought you were supposed to
Yeah.
like climb up the trunk, but then when you pull the trunk up, you fall off, and you're like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing.
Is that the thing where it's
Hell.
throwing poles at you? Is that the one?
No,
No.
it's got a trunk, and the trunk has got water coming out of it, so you can move it to the cogs inside
Yeah.
and everything. But one of the things you need to get is on top of the
Yeah.
elephant, and I couldn't work it out for ages. Eventually, I had to look on YouTube.
It was, very stressful.
Oh.
Yeah.
That for me then. Okay, John Vanessa, this is a question from me. How's Almost Never going? Which is one of my CBBC shows that I did last year. How has been your experience of creating and working on it? This year, less stressful. Last year, very stressful. It seems to have been going all right. I think it's relatively popular.
When are you doing a reboot of Woof?
I did write, well, apart from writing Putty the Dog, the movie, I did write for a show called Barking that was about a talking dog. I don't know why.
Did it live in Barking?
Yeah, that's what it was. It was about a dog that lived in Barking.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
What was that one about the car? Brum. Let's bring Brum back.
Did he live in Birmingham?
Yeah,
No,
he does now.
He lives in the Cotswolds.
Okay. Why don't they call him Swold? The car.
I don't know.
Okay.
Why don't you go back in time and invent it? It's Ragdoll, wasn't it?
Ragdoll. God, they coined it in back in the day. Don't know. Assuming you watch other kids' TV programs, I don't.
Just watching other kids.
I don't watch kids' TV. I'm an adult, for Christ's sakes, John.
My Little Pony.
My Little Pony is well, actually, the first 2 series are good. After that, it's a bit crap.
Oh.
Not the new one, the reboot.
The
the
series,
reboot.
season 4, yeah.
It goes downhill from that
Friendship is magic.
one. Yeah,
It's awesome.
Pinkie Pie leaves. It's just downhill from there.
Mark M asked, why were games back in the 8-bit era so incredibly difficult? Don't know.
Because
of hitboxes.
because they're
Yeah.
short. They only last. I mean, if they made them easy, they only last like 10 minutes.
I think you were struggling as well with technology, and they just a lot of the time.
I would also say it's because of the mentality of all games being based on arcade games, and they're created to put money into a machine, so they were purposely made difficult.
Also,
so they got stuck with that mentality.
Also, it was when they'd have like the up, down, left, and right all next to one another on a row, rather than like that. It used to drive me mad on the Spectrum.
Yeah, that's mental.
It's like why? It makes no sense.
I used to like QAOP. That's my
Okay, QAOP.
And space
Actually,
to
no, I'm
jump.
more like that, but you're left-handed, aren't you? As I found out last week.
What, when he gave you a hand job?
Yeah.
No, if you used to give me a reach around.
No, what a swine. Those digi perks, eh?
You don't get paid, so got to make it worth your while somehow.
Yeah, well, I was happy.
Why are you laughing at my hand job?
Come on.
Well, I'm trying to wait until Octavius doesn't choke to
Sorry.
death.
Larry's just got this thing about wanting to kill me, I think. There's been many an occasion where he's nearly killed me.
Don't do that, Larry.
Oh. Trying to whittle it down to 3.
Richard Colfer asks, have you ever learned anything useful for a game? For him, there's the history, city names from Civ, and the geography from Sid Meier's Pirates games. I learn quite a lot sometimes from Assassin's Creed games.
I learned that it's possible to eat ghosts from Pac-Man.
Okay, that's not historical, is it? Or useful.
But it is. If a ghost comes, so you can eat it.
I can't think of anything where I've been taught. I mean, not to say I haven't, but I can't think of any examples in gaming where I've gone, oh, I'm well learned now from playing that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Not even Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney for all the court
Legal.
cases that you've
You
been
know what?
involved
No. You know when you're getting done for again a minor infraction. I'm not going to mention it
flash.
here. Just 1 or 2 penis reveals, right? They don't like it when you just randomly shout objection. I thought that's how it worked in gaming. You just go objection.
You got to shout it as loud as possible.
Yeah, point accusedly. But no, I can't think of anything.
Okay. Anyone over here?
I don't know. I think physics is quite good.
Physics.
Yes.
You've learned physics from games.
Basically, you put barrels on one end of a pole on a plank of wood. You can get up to higher levels.
And that taught you how gravity works, did it? Not living in the world. It wasn't until you played a game where you could put a barrel on a thing that you went, oh.
Well, apparently people who play lots of video games over the years, their reactions are a lot quicker.
Right.
I mean, have you ever had something come flying towards you and dodge out the way and not get hit?
It didn't work.
Now you've broken it.
Oh, you've dropped your sausage.
Nozzle off my vuvuzela.
Right. Again.
This is like a Olympic torch, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's the flame, the eternal flame.
The eternal sausage.
Anything, Octavius, you've ever learnt from a game? No? Okay. Matthew Scott asked, if you were to go back in time and build your YouTube internet presence again, what would you do differently? Wow.
Less racism.
Yeah.
Nah, I'd be fine with that.
More racism.
More. But against people who don't expect it. Like people from Vienna. What do you mean, like that? I just mean,
Vienna. The Viennese.
Viennese, or like...
Screw the Viennese.
A particular house on a street.
Well, how can you be racist against just a family?
No, you should see the one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Oh.
Targeted a rash.
Okay, this is dodgy territory.
I think not getting into arguments be a lot better.
Did you get into a lot of arguments?
Not really, just drama and stuff like that. There's stuff like picking fights, and really I should have left it alone. Walked away.
I wish I'd, back in 2008, that I just walked away and not kind of got arsey back at people, because that just inflamed their stuff against me. And if I'd have been just, ignored it really and not kind of called them names. But the thing is, I often feel sometimes my sense of humour gets slightly misinterpreted. Like when you and I had a fight, pretend fight, and really upset people.
I know, which is kind of difficult because it felt like we were in character doing it.
Yeah.
And also, if we upset people, obviously we're sad, but we have to still express ourselves in these ways, in these characters, and do this, because that's kind of what works for us.
Yeah, but it did backfire terribly that time. And there've been other times where something that I find funny, or I think it just gets misinterpreted.
Yeah.
So I do watch myself a little bit better online now.
And don't get me wrong, there's stuff that I've said on Cheap Show and whatever in the past that I would probably go back and edit completely out now.
Yeah.
And I'm just better at self-editing rather than censoring, if that makes sense.
Anything you'll change?
I think I would, because when I started my channel, I was just doing it to stop myself from feeling suicidal. I didn't have any inclination that I'd ever have.
Why are
more
you
than,
laughing at that?
No, I just think she should have blocked me. That should help me.
Sorry, Sarah, carry on.
Because I just started doing Let's Plays just as something to do, and I didn't put any thought really into the character. Because it wasn't a character initially. And then when I started doing reviews and stuff, I only had like 50 subscribers, and I didn't think I was going to get much more than that. But I was trying to be satirical in, being overly feminine. Like, I'm non-binary, I don't really consider myself to be male or female, but I thought it'd be kind of amusing to present myself as this really ridiculous, large-breasted, attractive woman with cat ears and be kind of stupid and ridiculous, but then have really, really well-researched videos with a lot of effort and time going into them. And then maybe in my really stupid, very dreamlike mind, I'd think, that will make everyone realise that it doesn't matter what a person looks like or a woman looks like, she can still be into games and she can still be genuine. And then it kind of became a satirical thing about how he was taking the piss but not, and I think I confused myself, but then a lot of people didn't get that it was taking the piss. They thought that
things get taken the wrong way too often.
Basically people were looking at the thumbnail and going, she's clearly a slut, I'm gonna dislike her video, not even watch it. I'm just gonna give her a shitty comment and a shitty email.
It's that sort of emoticon culture, isn't it? It's like if you don't kind of put a big obvious wink, a lot of the time people don't know.
But if I'd known that I was going to have 20,000 subscribers, there's no way I would have made it so vague. I would have sat down and gone, right, what am I going to do? How am I going to do it? But I winged it.
But that's a lot of the time how it goes, isn't it? Because you
just
don't
evolve.
Yeah. Stuff happens, and before you know, it's got its own momentum.
Yeah.
And you haven't had time to kind of go, well, what's my strategy here? Because you don't expect it to.
Well, back when I started on Twitter, when I was starting the channel, I was properly threw myself into the character, and the tweets I was doing were kind of like, he, who would you snog if you wanted to? Right. These game characters, which one would you snog? And looking back, and I'm like, oh Jesus Christ! Like, I can see that it's supposed to be satirical, but only I can see that. Yeah. Like, from the outside, it looks like I'm just being a ridiculous attention-seeking bitch who's pretending to like video games, and it's not obvious.
Poser.
Well, we had it was you lot. And Jenny actually that made me, because it was when we were getting a sort of lot of grief over the first episode of Digi. And my response often is just to take the piss back.
Yeah.
But actually, I think it was you lot who sort of said, "Nah, you're looking like a dick."
Yeah, you got to
or
bite your
this
tongue,
looking like a dick, and it's like, well, it's not really bothering me. I mean, there was a lot of it, but yeah, you just can't. You just got to be careful because people just take stuff out of context.
But this is
the wrong way.
But this is the problem. That is like, I think when all is said and done, Digitiser was your vision. You know, it's like what you wanted to, and you put out a version of it that you wanted to make. And I presume the second series would be much of the same. So all you can really do is trust your own instincts.
Yeah,
and you've learned a lot from the past year, which will probably just inform the creative process, not the creative content.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I'm not going to, I'll make something I want to make with all you guys, hopefully. But will it change because of, it won't change because of anyone's feedback. It will change because of what I learned during that process. The second series won't be informed by the feedback of 1,000 people who are kind of strangers. I'll listen to you guys and the crew and the other half and so on, if you've got, but it's like you can't listen to that many opinions on anything. And that was my way of dealing with it, was kind of going, I'll just take the piss then.
But then people take that the wrong way.
Yeah, they kind of go, oh, look at him, he's not dealing with that very well.
Yeah, you got to learn to walk away.
That's it. You said your thing,
Bite
and
your tongue.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Look, if somebody really upsets you, just block them.
Yeah, well, no one
delete
really
the comment and block
does. That's the thing.
the trick is to mute them.
Yeah, mute them, because if you block them, they know you blocked them.
But on Twitter, you mute them, but on...
In real life, you just go like that.
Right, we've got one last question.
Right.
Kenny Hill has asked his Dizzy, how does he poo question twice.
Oh.
Daft Blake asks, fave joystick controller can say a lot about a person gamer. What are your favourite joystick controllers, given that we're about to lose the video?
GameCube, easily. Best controller ever. I love it.
Xbox,
Wavebird or...
Oh, I never had a Wavebird, so I couldn't say.
Xbox 360 controller.
Yeah, same. 360.
I quite like that Dreamcast controller that's got a big keyboard in it. It's just fuck off.
Are you sure that's GameCube?
Oh, it might be. It was for
Final Fantasy Fantasy Star.
No, Fantasy Star, yeah, Fantasy Star.
Yeah, that
Online.
was a GameCube.
It's this friggin' enormous controller with a keyboard in there. It's ridiculous. It's completely useless. I just find it really funny.
That's
I
it.
need to show you my Phantom keyboard.
That sounds ominous.
That's not a euphemism, is it?
Yeah.
Right, we're going to say goodbye before we lose our battery and our cameras all get full up. So thank you for all your questions.
Bye.
Bye, Dave.
Bye.